Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today. My name is Rumi Uchida. Please call me Rumi. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and you will gain a little knowledge about the topic I'm going to talk about today. I'd be very happy to take any questions after the presentation. As I'm very nervous now, please don't look at me during the presentation.
Oh, wow.
I prepared some nice pictures on the slide here,
I'm not looking.
please enjoy them. Okay, so let's get started. Have you ever tried Japanese cuisine?
Nope.
Yes. Did you have any wines or spirits with them? Thank you. Have you, what have you tried? Please raise your hand. Sake? Okay, thank you. And shochu? Thank you. Beer?
Yeah.
And wine? Thank you. Nowadays, Japanese drinks such as sake and shochu are getting more and more popular in London because many Japanese restaurants serve these kinds of drinks as specialties to make their restaurant very, very Japanese. You may order sangria when you go to a Spanish restaurant, or you may order a draft of beer when you have fish and chips at the English pub. As you can see, every type of meal goes very well with some particular drink, and most of them are from the same area of the same country. The origin of the ingredients of the drinks is same as that for food. So do you think sake or shochu goes best with Japanese cuisine? Yeah? Okay, so if your answer is yes, you have an elementary understanding of Japan. I'm going to try to change your mind in the next 15 minutes. Today, I'm going to tell you about Japanese wine. First, I'm going to give you a brief history of Japanese wine. Second, I will give you an outline of wine culture in Japan. And finally, I will show you the result of Japanese wine promotion in the UK. It is said that wine has been produced since 4000 BC, and its original production center is said to be the Middle and Near East. After that, winemaking culture spread throughout the world via the Silk Road. The history of Japanese wine can be traced to 1877, when the Japanese government encouraged winemaking under its scheme of encouragement of new industry. Two young men were dispatched to France to two Japanese young men were dispatched to France to go to acquire winemaking skills in 1877. 2 years later, these two boys came back from France and started to make wine with a Japanese native grape called Koshu. Let's go to the next part. Have you got an image that Japanese people enjoy wine in their daily lives? Of course, beer and sake and shochu are still popular in Japan. However, many Japanese people also choose wine when they enjoy their dinner. In Japan, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Pinot Noir are popular if they are red, and Koshu and Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc are popular white wines. And in Japan, people buy mainly imported wine from France or Italy because of its name value, or from from America or Australia because of its taste, or from Chile or South Africa because of its price. However, domestic wine has started to become more and more popular in the last decade due to its taste and price, which has dramatically improved. Japanese people have started to realize there are some wonderful wines which match Japanese food very well. My hometown is a production center of Japanese wine, and most wines are made in my hometown, Yamanashi. Okay, so here is Yamanashi, and here is Tokyo. So it's 1.5 hours by train, express train. So it's quite near from Tokyo. Grapes can grow in Yamanashi because of its climate. It's very hot in summer, about 35 degrees, and cold in winter, about -2 degrees. And the gap is good for grape cultivation. The soil is also perfect for the grapes. There is a Japanese highest mountain called Mount Fuji in Yamanashi, and the mountain provides well-drained volcanic soils. There are nearly 80 different winemakers in my hometown. I was working for one of them called Chateau Lumiere, and in autumn we did some events so our customer could enjoy Yamanashi noodle, the fresh wines made from just harvested grapes. And this is me.
You have a photograph after you've drunk the bottles.
Okay, so finally, please look at these pictures. These pictures are taken in February 2012. This year was the 3rd year of Japanese wine promotion in London. This promotion is part of a governmental project to introduce Japanese wine to Koshu to the world. Koshu, which is one of the Japanese varieties, has its roots in the Silk Road. It is said that Koshu grapes were introduced to Japan 1,200 years ago. After many centuries, it has now become a Japanese native variety. And recently, it was discovered that the gene of Koshu grape is the same as European Benifera. And for this reason, the variety has just been approved as one which is eligible to be sold in Europe. You know, if somebody wants to sell his wine in Europe, the variety has to be one which has its roots in Europe. And the way of winemaking has to be follow European Union law. For example, during the first fermentation, only sucrose can be added as sugar. A concentrate process of juice is allowed, but there is a limitation. There are several regulations like that. So there are so many wines in Japan which are not wines in Europe. In other words, it is literally wine in Japan. However, it is not approved as wine in Europe. It had just 3 years ago when Koshu cleared the criteria of European Union law and legal tax law as wine. Then, Yamanashi Prefecture started to find importers and distributors in the UK so they could sell their wines all over the world. Koshu of Japan is the name of the project, and it consists of 15 Japanese wineries with Miss Reem Sheriff. She's very famous. And who is the chairperson of the Master of Wine Association. More than half producers have already found importers by this year. In the near future, you will enjoy Koshu with Japanese food. This is the Japanese paper to announce the success of promotion. And this is me. Right. So koshu is quite dry, and however, it has long-lasting fresh and fruity aroma. Many leading wine journalists, like Jancis Robinson, regarded this wine as the most suitable wine with Japanese soy sauce and miso. Actually, the percentage of acid is lower compared with European wine. For example, German wine has 7.61 grams per liter acid, and French wine, Chablis, has 7.69 grams per liter acid, though koshu has only 5.64 grams per liter acid. This fact means that koshu goes with smelly raw fish, and it destroys the bad smell of raw fish in the mouth. Normally, if the acid is strong, the wine doesn't like the raw fish. So you can try koshu with sushi. If you describe French wine as a glamorous lady, Japanese koshu is delicate lady, but she has a strong, stalwart heart, like Japanese ladies. The variety of koshu is rare and precious. However, you have chance to take them in London. Many people don't know the existence of Japanese wine, and they never realize Japanese wine matches Japanese cuisine very well. I'm sorry I couldn't bring some samples for you today. But luckily, you can have chance to buy them in London. Koshu is produced in very small amounts, so if the value of the wine is known to the world, it will be very difficult for you to taste it. So you better try some while you still can. So, where can we buy them? You can buy koshu Kayagatake from Grace Wine at Selfridges, the department store, or you can buy Hikari Koshu and Petian, a sparkling wine from Lumiere, and koshu from Soryu Winery at Amadeus Wine Shop near Oxford Circus. Many Japanese restaurants are interested in they're going to put these wines on their wine list in the very near future. So please try our Japanese wine if you have the chance.
Do you work there?
This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.